My name is Ruby Azurdi Ali. I'm the president of CLUS, president and CEO. I started at CLUS in 2012. Prior to that, I spent many years in philanthropy and have been in Minnesota as an immigrant from Guatemala, living here for 43 years. So Minnesota's home practically, but family lives in Guatemala. As we do our work at CLUS, and the organization has existed for 43 years, it was originally created by social workers who saw the barriers that people had accessing resources, especially for linguistic reasons. And having a translator was just not good enough. It needed to be somebody who's from the community. So the organization was created for and by Latinos, and we're very proud of that. It is the largest Latino-led nonprofit today in Minnesota.
So our partnership with CLUS is important in that CLUS is addressing the disparities faced by Latino families of unequal preparation for school readiness, which corresponds to a system failure to reach these families during this important window for development, ages birth to 5, and also to engage the whole family in services that are aimed at enhancing their well-being.
Whole family systems really has created a big impact for CLUS, for the Latino community. And I think the first thing that appealed to me was that we created a process that was going to be multi-year and not, a one-time year funding that doesn't really allow you to even touch the surface. So my first appreciation is that it was multi-year. Second appreciation was that it was really done in partnership. The guidelines and the work that we developed were very specific to engage community and finding, proposing their own solutions. At CLUS, we know that as staff, we're merely the liaisons or the people that are able to connect resources to the families, but really the solutions need to come from the families. So we were able to do that. We were able to connect parents, create an advisory committee that formed answers to a lot of the different barriers that they found. But also internally, our work at CLUS is holistic, it's multi-generational. And when I talk about holistic, it is really in those 4 arenas, both educational, economic, social, and cultural engagement. And health and well-being also being at the core of the work that we do.
So the project goal includes that piloting community-based solutions supporting family needs to boost the levels of school readiness of Latinx children.
The work that we have done through the whole family systems really has been successful in a way that, one, it allowed us to build community.
Additionally, families and caregivers will have a better understanding of their roles as the first teachers of their children, and to improve access to information about early education services and care in the community.
As we work with early childhood education, parents who want to really advance their knowledge as parents, or as we look at small business development, the providers who own a child care center at home, really have encountered a lot of barriers. So by engaging their voices to be the solution providers to the issues really has allowed us to not only help build leadership, help build engagement, help build a network.
Lastly, the incubator model that is expanding early childhood business opportunities for all women with a focus on Latino families is exciting to the state.
Likewise, one of the issues that was identified by our childcare providers, for those who don't own a home, they're not able to open their licensed childcare program And many of them already are taking maybe care of 2 or 3 children at somebody else's home or as an au pair. But they want to expand their business, right? They want to grow, they want to earn more income. And so for that reason, we launched this idea of a pilot, creating a pilot program that will be opening in June of 2025. And we have been able to secure funding from the state, from the Department of Economic Opportunity. We are also providing training now in business development so that our childcare providers are developing their own skills as business owners, targeted to Latina women in particular. But the pilot will be, it's a space where we as a nonprofit become the landlord, if you may, but then we lease 4 spaces that will allow for each room to become a childcare itself. A childcare center, a licensed independent childcare center owned by Latina women. The organization owns the space, but we will be able to support these business owners in many ways. I think one of the most important things that an impact that this work has had is really the opportunity to engage parents and providers of childcare as well in the co-creation of programs and solutions that eliminate some of those barriers that they face every day. But also in that, the beautiful work that we have done together with the state has centered around valuing the people for who they are. And really not only allowing, because we have every right to do so, but lifting up the culture, the value of our culture, the value of our language. For those of us who are parents, it's really important to pass on culture and language to our children. And so being able to do that in a multi-generational way is a gift and is essential. And so valuing that and making that the core of the work is really one of the most successful things that I think any nonprofit or any of us can do to value the families, to help the children be proud of who they are,